So the next DAT prep material I'm about to review is one that not very many people knew about at the time. I tried researching it on Student Doctor Network and there wasn't very much information on it because it's fairly new, and it's called DAT Bootcamp. Bootcamp is by far the best resource that I have used. It's a series of exams. There's 5 exams in total, but certain sections actually have more exams now. And it's such an awesome resource. I can't rave about how great it is, and I strongly encourage all of you to check it out. You could actually do a 1-test trial and kind of get a feel for if you like it or not, but I guarantee you that if you do that one trial, you're going to want to buy the other exams, and for very many reasons I will explain why it's totally worth it. So the first reason why I love DAT Bootcamp is because of the price. It's really cheap. It was like $117 or some like arbitrary number like that, but it was less than $120 for 5 full exams. And some of the sections, I believe the PAT section now has like 10 or 15 full exams, full PAT exams. And so they're just adding a bunch of like really cool features, and it's totally worth every single penny. So the second reason why I love DAT Bootcamp is because they have these awesome question generators. They're random generators that they have for each section, except I believe the reading comp section doesn't have it, for good reason. But every other section has a random generator where if there was a particular topic that you struggled with, you can use the generator and it'll give you a bunch of different questions regarding that particular section or topic. And the thing is, they do recycle the questions, so after a certain point, if you do it too many times, you'll start to remember the questions and the answers, so it won't be very beneficial to you at that point when you just kind of regurgitate answers that way. But the generators were most useful for the PAT section. So when I took DAT Bootcamp, there were 4 different random generators. It was for cube counting, hole punching, angle ranking, and I believe keyholes? Actually, I'm not really sure. Maybe it was only 3 out of the 6. But now, there was a recent update in Bootcamp, and now I think they offer generators for all 6 of the different sections of the PAT, which is incredible. But pretty much what I did is every single day I did the generators. I would spend about 5 to 10 minutes on each one and just do as many as I can. And at some point, I just got really comfortable with the PAT questions. So the third reason why I love DAT Bootcamp is because of Ari. Ari is the founder of DAT Bootcamp, and he's also a current dental student at Columbia University. So despite being super ridiculously busy, he will take the time to respond to your emails. So while I was using Bootcamp, I probably emailed him like 3 times a week with questions that I had regarding the exams. And it's more like clarification, like why does this do this, and I thought this does this, but then this is the answer, and blah blah blah. And he will give you the most thorough, detailed response back. And the greatest thing is he does it within a day. Whereas when I had Kaplan and I contacted their customer support, it took them a week to get back to me, whereas Ari got back to me within 1 day, which was incredible. And because of his support and just all of his really insightful resources that he provides also on Bootcamp, it helped me feel very confident for my exam and also just really prepared for it. So the fourth reason why I love Bootcamp is because the explanations to the questions and the answers are so thorough. Unlike a lot of other test prep materials that skimp on the explanation, Bootcamp really explains it. And like, especially for biology and like just for the sciences in general, it's really useful to have like diagrams or pictures to explain something. And Bootcamp has that, which is just so helpful. I really benefited from the explanations, and I took notes. Like if there was a particular question that I got wrong, or even if I did get it correct, the explanations, they don't tell you just, for that question. They don't give you the explanation just for the question. They kind of delve deeper and give you a little broader scope. And those sort of explanations really help you understand that particular topic. And so I found his explanations the best by far. And so that's why Bootcamp is so much more superior than other resources, because they really help you understand the topics and the concept of each question. Reason number 5 I love DAT Bootcamp is because the questions were very similar to the real DAT. I will say though, Bootcamp was harder than the actual DAT, but the way that the questions were worded and like the way that the answers were phrased, it was spot on to the actual DAT. I had a couple questions that were very, very similar, and I was quite surprised by that. And so I felt like it was very good preparation in terms of like what kind of questions to expect. And there's like a few trick questions in there. And so you have to really pay attention to the question, but also the answers. So that was extremely helpful for me. I could probably go on and on about how incredible DAT Bootcamp is, but honestly, you guys should just try it out yourself and see what you think. Again, they have that 1 full exam trial, so check it out. I'm pretty sure you'll like it, and let me know what you guys think as well, because I was very, very impressed by DAT Bootcamp.